You ready for Thanksgiving, man?
Yes and no. Shit came up way too fucking fast. It was just
Yeah.
like, all right, school started. All right, it's Thanksgiving. Like, it was 2 months. Like Halloween seemed like it was like last week.
Yeah.
That shit was just like, all right, we're here and
I,
we're going.
I genuinely don't understand like why time is moving so fast. I'm like, is it because we're older, or is it like genuinely like going a little too fast?
Like our little dog, the one that gets on my nerves. Like my my girl was telling her friend, like, oh yeah, his birthday is on like Tuesday or something like that. And she
The
was like,
dog's birthday.
she was like, oh, yeah. She was like, oh, what's he about to be? 2 or 3? I was like, no, man, he is 1. This is his first birthday. Like, his time is just like on
So yeah,
full fast forward. Like,
y'all gonna celebrate?
a little doggy birthday. Well, get him a cupcake. They got dog ice cream already, so like, get him a cupcake or something. You
Right. For for
But trust
for a
me, it's not
dog.
a good idea. The doggy
Okay, cool. Nice. Yes. And I mean, to be fair, I'm not a pet person. Like I don't
birthday.
give a fuck about no type of pet. like,
That's how I be feeling. Like I love it, but like I be like, bro, like life would be so much easier without these motherfuckers. Like it's bad enough I got 3 kids, man.
yeah.
Got just 2 extra responsibilities.
I don't even know why I'm not a pet. Well, I just don't give a fuck. I don't want a dog or a cat. I don't. The I might get a
Honestly,
fish.
it might change. I was saying it might change when you have kids because like it'll give like you'll already have that sense of responsibility. So it's just like having a dog won't be that bad. But like when people say it's like having a dog is like having a kid, it truly is. And it's just like because it's like it's an extra responsibility. Like it's not having a kid in the sense of like, oh, you have to love it the way that you love your kid. It's more so like, when I wake up, I gotta take you outside because I don't want you shitting on my floor. Then I gotta feed you when you come inside. Then I gotta make sure that like you go back outside after you eat because you just ate. So like you can process your food and shit somewhere. And like it's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like fuck this dog.
Would you leave your 1 year old baby just in the house alone? No. But you'd leave your 1 year old dog alone because it's not the same. like, I'm sorry. I get it's like extra responsibility, but it's like to compare it to a kid just feels wrong. like, it's just, no. It's not. You got to open the song for us?
um, yeah. I wasn't really gonna play it, but I thought it was funny.
You done? Or you want to keep going?
What's wrong with that song, man?
You done? Or you want to keep going?
I'm confused. I don't see the problem. His song not as good as her song, but I think hmm, why can only one side of the party tell their story? No pun intended. No pun intended.
Finish?
Nothing. It's an audio broadcast, man. not gonna converse on this. No.
No. So are you finished? Or you want to keep going?
I thought it would be a nice topic,
Sure, go.
We would don't have nothing. Nothing. No. All right. Next topic.
Welcome to another episode of the True Line Crosses podcast. I'm Quan.
Hey man, shout out to Pardison. You know, he tried. I'm Scoot.
Cool. I got two opening questions. One is like real quick. What's on your favorite Thanksgiving plate? Like, what is the perfect plate for you when you get to whatever function, or if you're cooking, what do you need on your plate?
So definitely since me and my girl started dating, she got to be homemade stuffing.
Okay.
She hooks that shit up. I actually have her making something for Thanksgiving this year. You know, my mom does potluck style. Well, ain't nobody just cooking everything. If you gonna be here, bring something. If you gonna be here, bring something. So, stuffing, ham, because fuck turkey.
So dry. So
even though my uncle he made a fried turkey last year, that was actually pretty good. Macaroni and cheese, sweet potatoes. I'm kind of basic because I don't really eat too many vegetables, but collard greens is a must.
Yeah, of course.
Unless my cousin makes cream spinach or cream collard greens, that shit is ridiculous. I've never had anything like it. A lot of stuff it's just the basics. I kind of just because I'm a one plater. I just stuff everything on one plate and whatever I eat. I don't be trying to go back for more and all that. I'll make a second plate to go, but everything just getting thrown on this one plate, and I'm gonna just eat.
No desserts.
I'm a sweet potato pie guy, but that's year round. I will eat sweet potato pie every year.
Just whenever.
Sweet potato pie around.
It's Juneteenth with a sweet potato pie. I'm pretty much the same. Well, no, we do chicken. So chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens. I don't like stuffing. It's too bready for me, I think. What did I say? Chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens. My mom is making me do a baked ziti this year. I have that. And then for dessert, I gotta have sweet potato pie, apple pie, or red velvet cake. I feel like that's the standard.
Red velvet cake used to be my favorite, and then I feel like the mystery behind it went away.
We found out it was just chocolate. Cake. I went red dye.
Red dye not even good for you. Why are you putting so much on fucking cake? It's not good for you. Shit is terrible.
I get it. You lied to me. But the thing is, though, I feel like chocolate cake with cream cheese icing, it probably won't taste the same. Even though it's the exact same thing. That's
There's
fine.
Something about the color that just
this is fancy
aspect of the cake.
This is fancy. My other question was, what up until this point, what song has been the track record for your life? What is something what one song kind of you need to listen to help you get through shit?
Oddly enough, it's and there's probably other songs that I could go back to, but Ultra Light Beam by Kanye West always does it. If I'm in a shitty mood, or even if I wake up in a good mood, it's that's usually the song that I put on, especially on Sundays.
Yeah.
Usually the song that I put on to start my day. That and Good Morning.
Okay.
Good Morning used to be my shit. When I was in school, just put that on. All right, this is how I'm starting my day.
Yeah. I feel like Can't Knock the Hustle. Of course, it was going to be a Jay-Z song, though.
So that's why, I said, I could probably go back and I was gonna say Hard Knock Life,
Yeah.
but it's just that's
Yeah.
the most memorable song that I used to always listen to.
Yeah. It's for sure Can't Knock the Hustle, and then for some reason, Hustler Music by Lil Wayne makes me cry. And I know exactly the part, and I'm not going to say it because it's going to make me cry. But I think you know too, obviously. If you think about the song, you would know. But I think those two, and keep me pushing. And I feel like it's been that way since I was 13. I feel like when you start moving around on your own and trying to figure shit out, you kind of gravitate towards something like a song to keep you pushing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Party put out a song. Great. To answer your question, what's wrong with the song?
I mean, not necessarily what's wrong with the song. It's what's wrong with him deciding that that's what he wanted to do. That's how she wanted to do it.
My thing is, she made a song about all of the shit that she has gone through these past few years. And she mentioned him once in the song. And then he took the time to make a poorly written, poorly executed song entirely about her. And
I don't think it was poorly written. I think he just can't rap. Because I feel like the words that he was saying were just how he felt and his truth. Because most of it was just all right, tell the whole story. If you're gonna tell about what I did, tell about how we got there.
Yeah, and the song could have been good. That's my point. If that's what I mean. It was poorly written. Sure, he said his side of the story, but it just wasn't good.
You're gonna be a girl ghostwriter, nigga. I'm sure you could have got a nigga to rap that shit for you.
That's my point. He can write. We know he can write because he writes for Cardi. He writes for other women too. And so we know you can write. Maybe you can't write for yourself. Maybe that's the thing. But no, I've heard good songs from him.
I haven't.
It was
I haven't. That's probably the first song I ever heard from him. If I'm gonna be
for
honest.
real.
I'm gonna be honest. I knew he made music, but I never went. It was let me turn on Pardison Fontaine.
No.
You write for females. Why would I think I'm gonna listen to that?
I mean, Yachty writes for women. You listen to Yachty.
Barely. I don't listen to Yachty when I want to take my music seriously.
That's fair.
I listen to Yachty. I want to just jump up and down.
I mean, that's fair. But he had good songs early on. I remember early in the Joe Budden podcast days when it was in the hundreds. They would talk about they're in the hundreds now, but I mean the early 100, 200 episodes. They would play little snippets of the songs that he was writing for himself, and they were pretty good. And so then when they was oh, now he's writing for Cardi, now he's writing for all these women, I was oh, cool, nice. Because I mean, you get paid if you're a pimp.
Stick to what you know.
Yeah. And so I was all right, if he would have came with that sassy energy, he would have got killed.
That's
he would have got killed. But my point is, you did come with sassy energy. It just wasn't executed. Like, I just feel like, I don't know. Like I said, I was telling somebody earlier, I can't expect people to be me. I can't expect people to like stand on shit that I would stand on. If I hear my ex come out with a song and she mentions me and the fact that I cheated on her, which he didn't deny.
Nah, he just like tell about all them times that you lied to me about fucking all these other niggas.
Yeah.
Or I mean, he did people about not knowing that you was fucking all these other niggas. Like,
right. If I hear that, I'm going to be like, yeah, I did cheat on her. But she did some fucked up shit to me. So if I wouldn't release anything, I would just like kind of keep it to myself. I'd be like, hey, it is what it is. Like, whatever, it'll come to light whenever. But if I were to say, you know what, no, fuck it, I am gonna release something, it's not gonna be a shitty song. Like, it would be like a real statement of like, I understand that she's hurt and upset, and yes, I did cheat, but she did shit to me too, and I just want to like part ways and not like interact with her ever again. Like, and that I would just leave it at that.
So why didn't we have that same energy for Usher?
What did Usher do?
Confessions? It's a whole album about apologizing for cheating.
Yeah. And it's not about his life. It's about JD. JD wrote that whole shit based on his life. Like,
so you don't think none of that was about Usher cheating on Chilla?
Maybe, but like he's apologizing.
Was he apologizing or acknowledging?
You just said apologize. And yeah, he is. Like, okay, let's go through the confessions track list.
Let It Burn's not an apology.
Not the fucking movie.
Apology.
Yeah, it was a fucking banger. Oh no, that's not
isn't even really an apology. It's just telling what happened.
Why is it giving me the movie?
They got a
confessions track list. Okay. Show more. Yeah, a fucking banger. Intro, I don't remember.
The whole album is full of bangers, but
Confessions Part 1 is the first part, and it's like, yo, I fucked up, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I fucked up. I'm sorry. Part 2, this is what I did to fuck up. My bad.
I really say my bad. It just kind of was like, all right, like this is everything that happened. Like, I feel bad about it, but it just is what it is.
And then, as much as we talk about confessions, it's really just 3 songs about cheating. Like, that's it. It's Confessions 1, Confessions 2, and what, Burn? Maybe? But, like, the rest of it, like, that's what it's made for, is a sex song. Superstar interlude and Superstar, hey, I like this woman so much that she is a superstar to me. Can You Handle It? A sex song. Caught Up, well, I fucked up. But that shit is a fucking hit. Like, Throwback with Jadakiss.
I feel like that's where the album starts to like tail off. I feel like that album is very front heavy, even though it's not that long of an album.
You don't like Throwback?
I wasn't that big of a Jadakiss fan at the time.
That's fair.
Like, now it probably would have a little more like resonation, but like at the time it was just like, who's this raspy nigga rapping on this slow song?
Confessions is his classic, and I mean he has multiple, but it's one of them.
8701 is a better album.
That's a fucking classic. I still like My Way. Like, I feel like what were we talking about?
Party and cheating. And
Yeah. And we can wrap it up. It was just, my point was like, it was real sassy energy to like make this whole song about
masculinity.
I just wouldn't like, and I mean, I can't put myself in his shoes. I'm not him. But if I were in a similar situation, I just would have been like, yeah, I cheated, and she did a lot of shit to me, and I just want to be done with it. Like, let's just part ways. Let's be done.
I just feel like he decided to like do the song because like that was like the one part of the song that everybody kind of like held on to. It was like, oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't get head in her bed. Like that was like his whole thing was like. I mean, it wasn't her bed either. Like I don't like he does mention that in the song too. It's just like so it was kind of just. That's why I said like he just can't rap.
And that's not her fault. That's the consumer's fault. Like, listeners are dumb. Like, she said she wanted to kill herself in that song, and y'all were like, but he got head in her bed. Like, can we like dig a little bit deeper? Like, can we go check on her? She said she wanted to kill herself. God damn.
Song was too much of a slap to read into all of that, man.
Was it?
Not a bad
slap.
Not a bad song. That beat go hard.
No, it's a good song. I don't think it was a slap, primarily because she said she wanted to kill herself.
I was about to say, I feel like the message is what makes it not a slap. But
yeah.
The message doesn't, like, the song is still, you know, people don't know the words no more, man.
That's sad. That's sad.
Unless it's negative.
Sure. Okay. You want to talk about Snoop Dogg giving up smoke?
Before I talk about that, I would like to say, I said some good things about Kelly Oubre last week. Probably about to say some bad things about that lying ass nigga, right?
Okay.
Because how the fuck? Why? For what? Like,
wait, what happened?
So apparently, he didn't go straight to the hospital.
Okay.
There is no video or surveillance of him actually being hit by a car.
Okay.
So, and this is in Center City, supposedly, of like Philadelphia. Like, come on.
Cameras literally everywhere.
Can't do nothing without a camera seeing you. Like, so it's no evidence, but they do have evidence of like his hotel or whatever he's staying in, condo, of him walking into his house.
Was he limping?
I mean, the bike was holding him up, so you can't really tell if he was limping or not.
Okay.
But the bike looked fine. So I mean, if you got hit off your bike or some shit, then that don't work.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I'm trying to be like, not ignorant about it as possible, because like he could not be lying, and like his adrenaline could have just told him like, oh, take your ass home, and like, and then he got home and like laid in the bed, and his body felt like he got hit by a fucking car.
Yeah, my back, spinal.
Like that could be how this went down, but like, if you lied, nigga, fuck you. Like,
yeah.
Because what happened? You got jumped and you just didn't want to tell nobody? Like,
they're just like, everybody get got.
We in Philly, nigga, like shit happens. Like,
everybody get got. Everybody been jumped at least once. Like, I don't care who the fuck you are. You can live in Utah. You didn't got jumped before.
Like, you know.
Like, I would hope that he didn't lie about this. I would hope that, like, Because it's just something stupid to lie about. Like, why? I forget who said it, but as like a grown person, why are you lying? Like outside of like a surprise party, like we can't tell us, so like we gotta keep it like outside of some shit like that. What are you lying for? Like, who you scared of?
Exactly. Like, and it's like, nigga, if you got jumped as an NBA player, you might want to tell somebody that.
Yeah.
Guess what? Especially in this city, if they can do it once, they gonna try to do it again, nigga. You're
Yeah.
not safe. Like,
And it's only 15 of y'all, so like, y'all some like high price targets, my nigga.
that just don't make no sense.
Yeah, I would hope he didn't lie. I genuinely hope he didn't lie. But if he did, let's speculate why. Like, because we all had that moment where you like go to a neighborhood you ain't supposed to for a girl, and like you walking up the steps and it's just niggas on the steps.
That was my whole thing. Like, that's why I went straight to like, nigga, if you got jumped, like, just say that. And even if you didn't get jumped, if a nigga just beat your ass,
Yeah,
his girl, I mean, you probably can't say that because you got a girl or whatever the case may be. but
he was just helping her with the groceries.
Now I got hit by a car. Like.
Yeah. You went to, where's the best Philly women? Where are they at?
Jersey.
I'm sorry. I'm not even from Philly. I'm sorry, y'all. He shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have said that. That was fucked up. That was wrong. There are quality women in Philly. I'm sure there are quality women in Philly.
Just to be nice, I'm gonna say West Philly.
Okay, nice. Like, personally, y'all accents are very thick and aggressive to me. But I'm sure there are quality women in Philly. Shout out to y'all. If you're listening, thank you for listening. You're beautiful.
Some of them.
Okay, Snoop Dogg. Okay, we can talk about Snoop Dogg. We can talk about Coi Learay's father. I'm not.
Dinosaur fingers. I was watching that video the whole time. What the fuck is wrong with his hands?
Or we can talk about T.I. I feel like we should end with T.I. because that's a positive. It's a positive story. So you want to go with Coi Learay's father?
Sure.
All right. So amongst other things, So first of all, they've been going like back and forth, like for
she got famous.
Yeah, and I think the crux of her argument is that he wasn't the best father growing up. And I think the crux of his argument is like, I did what I could. Like,
and not only did I do what I could, what I was doing is still part of the reason why. Like, what I was doing when I couldn't is part of the reason why you can do what you're doing now.
Yeah. And I think when you get into arguments like this, with especially like if it's a parent-child dynamic, I think there's clearly like a disconnect there because you as the parent, I feel like you never want to invalidate your kid's feelings, even if you feel like you were the perfect parent, which we know that doesn't exist. If your kid is like actively telling you, yo, like something you did hurt me and I'm feeling some type of way about it, I don't think you want to come at them like, I did the best I could. Shit. Like, I feel like it could be.
Everything you got.
Yeah. That's not. I don't think that's the way to go at it because I don't think they're gonna come back to you and tell you anything. And I'm not a parent, and a lot of people say that like if you're not a parent, you can't say shit about parenting. Shut the fuck up. Like I get from an outside looking in, I can see abuse. Like I can see like a good relationship.
At the same time, it's like that's not like parenting. Like giving giving isn't parenting. And that's like as somebody who's like on child support, that's like my biggest issue with like the thought of child support is that like I could give you child support. That's not really the problem. Like if I got the money, you having the money ain't really a problem because if I have my son, I'm still gonna have to spend that shit regardless. Like,
Yeah.
so the money don't mean anything. It's when women use the money to replace the parenting.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you think because like you getting money that like or because you ask for the money that like you don't like that's all you need and then you like oh well like your dad didn't want to do this your dad didn't want to do this so I did this
Yeah.
and you further remove yourself like don't use child support as a way to replace the fact that like you're not a good parent because like sometimes that can be I just don't want to like parent the way you want me to parent.
Yeah.
And then it's more so like having those conversations. Like shit, I've been telling my girl like I need to have a conversation with Elijah like one of these days. Like he's only going to be 8 this year though, so I'll probably wait like 2 more years
Yeah.
just to give him like a little more time for his brain to like process like everything. But it's like when you're in those situations, it's like, oh yeah, I could give, but like if you not there to like help raise them,
Yeah.
then you're still going to be like, well, one, if you was given through child support or if you was given through like just sending gifts, I never saw you give me anything.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like child support comes on either a check or a card. Like I didn't see you bring me these toys. I didn't see you like bring me this gift or these clothes. Like I saw my mom like oh shit, your dad paid child support, and then she went to the store and got me the shit
Yeah.
that like I needed. So like you could say you gave it to me all you want, but I don't see you
Yeah.
the way that you saw yourself.
And that's the same shit we talked about with Future. Like, you thinking, oh, you're a millionaire, so you're just gonna pass the money to see her, and like, you're gonna see your son maybe once a month, maybe. You think that's you being a good father? It's not. Like a lot of people, and I mean, you could speak to it. A lot of people who have their fathers in their lives, their memories are about the time that they spent with their dad. Like, yo, I seen him in the stands at my basketball game, and I didn't know he was gonna be there, but like he was there, and I was happy. Like, we went like for ice cream on a Sunday randomly, and we was just chopping it up. Like,
And
it's
that's
the
how it
time.
really used to be. Like I remember like after I got like in trouble during the basketball season, my dad didn't let me play for like 2 weeks and then he stopped coming to my games.
Yeah,
Because it was like, nigga, if you're not invested, what am I invested my time into it for? And
right.
then like, one day he came to a game and I was like, oh shit.
Time to cook.
Like I want him back. I got him back.
Well, yeah, it's like
like
it's never about, and I like kids cost money, obviously. So like that is a portion of it, but the majority is you're there. Like when shit happens, you're there. When big milestones are happening, you're there. when small shit happened. Like, I fucking stubbed my toe. My dad was like, shouldn't be stubbing your toe. Like, I remember that now. Like, it's like the time, the effort that you're putting in. And for Benzino, like, which is a terrible fucking rap name. Like, I'm sorry. So shitty.
You gotta speak it into existence, man. He had to get that Mercedes Benzino.
Anyway, it's such a shitty thing. Anyway, for him to be like, yo, I provided. I gave you what you wanted. Like, it's like, no, I wanted you to be like there for me.
Yeah, I wanted a dad. And then it was like when I came out and said like that's my dad, but he's not like I don't remember him being my dad.
Yeah.
You got all like shitty about that too, and it was
Yeah.
just like, oh, nigga, I don't remember you being.
Like, you can't control my memories. Like, you just wasn't there, nigga. Like, I can't fucking edit you in my memories. Like, you weren't there. Like, I'm sorry.
Like, you might have sent a bunch of gifts, but nigga, I don't remember you. Like,
yeah.
I remember the gifts. Yeah, cool, sure. Like, anybody could have bought those shits and just said you gave them to me.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that, but like, where were you? Like, why didn't on my 10th birthday? Why didn't you deliver the gifts? Why wasn't it that?
Like, why you ain't get a piece of cake, my nigga? Like,
and I
don't know.
Like, he just don't have like, because again, like, he's successful, and like he feels like his success, like, or it's probably one of those things to where like, oh, well, if I was out there doing that, if I was being a perfect dad, then like I wouldn't be as successful as I was at the time. Because he's not really doing shit now. But that's why he's calling her, asking her for money. But
yeah. So we brought all of that up to say that this nigga comes out and says that he has the right to ask his child for money because he made her. And that, again, I'm not a parent, but like, that don't sound right. That don't feel right.
When that's how the rant started, I was just looking at like,
fuck. Like,
yeah, you damn right. Like, nah, I don't think. Like, especially again, if you wasn't the best parent, like, have some like
humility.
You gotta like, all right, yeah, Dad, I help you out when I help you out. Like,
yeah.
If that's how that conversation went, which it probably wasn't, which is why he got on the internet, and like the conversation probably went more so like, hey, can I get like $50,000? And she was like, huh? Can I get 10 years of you actually being my dad?
Right. And then he probably was like, you owe me because I made you. And then she probably was like, I didn't ask to be here.
And as far as you making me, you didn't help me make none of this money I got because you wasn't around. So like, what makes you think I owe you any of it? Like,
because she's very talented, one. But also, two, she's so young that he can't say that he had an influence on her success. Because his time in the limelight as a rapper and as what he did, The Source, I think he was like, he created The Source. That timeline is so mismatched because like when she started to gain fame,
before she was born, like
so
like 20, like
I think she's 23, maybe. So like.
So even when The Source was popping, like she was 1 or 2 years old,
and we were kids. Like I remember seeing like, "Oh, a magazine." Like,
pretty sure like The Source stopped in probably like 2008 or 9.
Like these little niggas, they don't know magazines. They don't know what a magazine is. What the fuck is a rap magazine? No, like
Double XL don't even make magazines no more.
No, It's a website.
It's just 7 niggas that they pick that can't rap, and they make freestyles.
And the Source isn't a thing anymore. Like, what, the Source Awards, they only had 2? Like, they had 2, like, years of the Source Award. Like, she probably wasn't even born.
A lot of that 50 Cent fault. Tore down everything they had going on.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all rap careers. Fuck y'all award shows.
50 Cent was a fucking force to be reckoned with at the time. Like, can I say something that might get my hip card taken?
Why is that? What's that?
Give Rich or Die Trying.
Don't do it. You stop.
Have you gone back to it?
Nah, I love that album.
I do too. Like I my mom bought it when it was like when it came out. Like we went to Sam Goodies and we stood online and we got the album and we played it.
I will play Bloodhounds right now. That is my shit. The production is not that great.
It's not. I
don't know what Dre was doing. It 50's delivery was just different. Like,
yeah, I will stand by that as a classic. It does not hold up though. It just don't.
Especially not with the like classics from that time. Like,
yeah. Like, because what, it was 2003. What else came out? I can't like remember what else came out.
I feel like Late Registration was 2003. That album was either 2003 or 2004.
Speaker Box Love Below.
It don't hold up with the like. And I think if you took away some of the beats, like 50's bars probably still hold up.
Yeah.
Some, but like as songs and like
Philadelphia Freeway.
Shout out to Freeway.
Diplomatic Immunity. I'm sure it was a fucking ludicrous album at the time.
Word of mouth.
Oh, Joe Budden's album. Fabulous. It was some shit. KRS-One put out an album.
And that's
DMX.
That's Fab debut album too.
Yeah. Fucking Lil' Kim put out an album. Cannabis. The Black Album came out. You were right. Gangstar put out an album. It's some shit in that year.
I still feel like 50 probably still had one of the best, like, out of those. You got Speaker Box Love Below is definitely, like, that's probably the best album of the year that year.
It's the most selling rap album ever. I think it's 13 times Diamond right now.
Yeah. And then
Black
Album. I feel like Black Album probably has the most, like, laid back, like, ability, like,
for sure.
And that might just be as a like Jay-Z stan, but it's just like, what more can I say? 99 Problems, but Dirt Off Your Shoulder.
It was supposed to be his last one.
Encore is on there. Like,
can we talk about the Encore in Linkin Park?
I actually loved it.
It's fucking amazing. It's beautiful.
Like, and like they added like so much to that song that it didn't really need.
Yeah.
And that's what made it even better because like it was like, huh. Like, who knew white people could actually like add to hip hop? Like,
but that's the thing. I feel like our generation, we just loved music. We loved everything. So it was like Linkin Park, fucking Paramore, fucking Green. Yeah, like we just was like music.
Niggas was just like, all right, sure. Like,
yeah. I'll take it. Like it sounds amazing.
Shit, Maroon 5, like they all kind of like blended into that. Like, all right, we're gonna make rock music that can kind of like sound like hip hop. Like,
yeah. But yeah, Give Richard Die Trying is just, it doesn't, like when I went back and listened to it, I
it
was like,
sounds too mixtapey. Like it's very like it's very underground.
yeah.
Like
Still a classic. Still a classic, obviously.
every beat got like some type of like
Gun sound on it.
I was trying not.
Why is this random bullet falling? Like, what the hell is that? Why is he cocking a gun? Like, it's 21 questions. Like, what's going on? He's talking to the girls. Why is a fucking gun cocking? Oh, man.
And I feel like that's kind of why he got away from like that style of music.
Yeah.
Because like he didn't really make nothing like gangster rappy after that.
Yeah. Because what PIMP was like
The
bigger.
Single, yeah. Candy Shop.
Window shopping. AO Technology.
Alright. That album is so trash. Like, I don't even understand why he was going to fuck with Kanye. Curtis was the worst album.
It was.
That shit was trash. Like,
but that was a dope like marketing idea that I think he just was like, yeah, I can put this out, but like the marketing behind it is gonna sell more albums.
I mean, yeah, he was marketing against a man who was on a tear at the time, like producing and like musically. Like Kanye couldn't really be touched at that time.
Yeah,
because he was doing everything that had to do with Lupe Fiasco. Kanye was surrounded around it. Kid Cudi at the time, Kanye was surrounded around it. Like
Common, fucking Hove.
Like he was just untouchable at that time. Especially
he had like
registration. Like,
can we talk about his like those first few albums? That run of fucking College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation,
and My Dark Twisted Family.
Yeah.
That's when it really like. That's when he really like lose everybody. But like that's his last like phenomenal album.
Wait, we skipped over 808s.
Man.
808s was amazing to me, bro.
Like, 808s was great because of the production, and it's like it's the opposite of like Get Rich or Die Trying. Like,
yeah,
because Love Lockdown is probably the most annoying song ever. But like, doom, 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 doom. Like the sequence of the song was amazing, but like his vocals and like I don't even is there a verse on that song?
Not like a rap verse. He's just singing the whole time. But Amazing is on that. Like, See You in My Nightmares, Paranoid, RoboCop.
I feel like you always loved RoboCop, and I just
fucking love RoboCop.
I was never there on that song. Like,
that and Paranoid, my nigga.
Whenever we played that album, we used to play RoboCop like first or second, and I don't get it.
Heartless, my nigga. Heartless.
Yeah, no, it's a classic album, but like I just think like for what it was is why it was like because it kind of created that like wave of just like all I need is drums on the beat.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely gave birth to some kids because of that album for sure. Like, but that fucking run is ridiculous. College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808s, and then My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. he was like untouchable. Like there is no run like that.
That's what fucked him up. Because after that, what did he do?
Yeezus, wasn't it?
Yeah, I feel like it was Yeezus. Then
I fucked with Yeezus though.
I did too. I after I didn't listen to it right away, but like after all the hype and everything like went away, and like I was like, all right, like let me go like play it and like actually listen to it. And the only song I didn't really like was "Blood on the Leaves."
That's fair because it was a lot. It was, but then Life of Pablo right after. I mean, like,
yeah,
that run is still solid to me.
He don't really have too many bad albums, so like.
And mixtapes in between, like the Yeezus Effect. I mean, no, the Yeezy Effect. Fucking all of the Friday shit. Which is that?
Which one of them was the one that had that party song on there?
Oh,
I feel like it was one of the Yeezy Effects.
Yeah, because it's two of those. He got Air Yeezy, the Fridays, whatever they were called. He just put out so much shit that it was like Kanye really couldn't be touched. He just couldn't. And then he went, well, no, I'm not even going to say that. Let's move on.
Shit, and I like the last album, for real. Like,
I didn't listen to
a couple of songs on there that I was like, all right. Like, 24 was all right to me.
I think I stopped listening to Kanye after The Life of Pablo. You just can't tell me that slavery was a choice. And then I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm sure our ancestors was like, nigga, what?
Hey, man, he also said George Bush hate black people.
And that was true. Like, yeah, we see him now with like Michelle Obama.
You can't always hold on to the back.
Like, we see him now cuddled up with Michelle Obama. Oh, it's so cute. He gives her candy. But, like, do you remember what George Bush was doing, my nigga?
He didn't like poor black people.
True. Because he got Colin Powell, man. That's true. He didn't like poor black people.
You're right. He had some niggas. He had some niggas.
Yeah. I'm sure he called them niggas.
Hey, woman nigga. Come here.
All right, they're gonna take this episode. All right. You want to go Snoop and then T.I. the end?
Yeah, we can do that.
How you feel? The smoke lord giving up smoke.
Personally, it don't really affect me. I can give 2 fucks less, and I think it's weird that like everybody else is just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stop smoking. Just Snoop Dogg stop smoking.
Because Meek came out and said he was stopping.
And then Coi Learay was like, oh yeah, I'll stop after Thanksgiving. Like, it was just like, bro, shut the fuck up. Shut up, everybody. Everybody. Like, because one, if you're not 40 to 50 years old, you don't remember Snoop Dogg for making weed music. Like, let's stop. Like, by 2004, Snoop Dogg was not still rapping about weed. He had songs like Beautiful, Drop It Like It's Hot, fucking
Sexual
I Wanna Rock.
corruption.
Right, like, Snoop Dogg was not the like rapper that like our parents knew. Like, he wasn't out here making like gin and juice and fucking
Murder Was the Case.
like in the early 90s, late 80s. So like all of these young kids like, oh yeah, like, what are we gonna do? Snoop said he's not smoking. So what?
Yeah.
Like when I started smoking, I was listening to fucking Cushion Orange Juice.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't going back and listening to fucking Chronic. I wasn't listening to fucking Doggy Style. Like,
and I don't think Wiz gets that credit either. He was like, him and Currency were like the stoner guys for
I was about to say
2010s.
it was Wiz and Currency. Like
Yeah.
nobody was listening to Snoop. Like, but like if we gonna be honest, the people in our generation only know Snoop because of Wiz, because he was just like, all right, like we gonna do Mac and Devin. If they don't never do that, niggas not still looking at Snoop like the Godfather, like
Of Smoke, I think.
yeah, like well that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Okay, I get what you. Okay,
Nigga,
now I get
like,
what you saying.
like Snoop as a smoker was kind of like, all right, nigga, like you smoke weed, yeah. Look,
Yeah, that's
even like
understandable.
when I would like watch his lives and stuff, I was like, yo, how is he getting high off of like the way he smoked?
Yeah.
Like it was like nigga, you didn't even inhale this shit. Like
Yeah.
you just took it. Give that shit to you and let you smoke my weed. Like
I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight. My thing was like the people coming out saying, "Well, fuck that nigga," like, and it's just like, well, calm down. I think you might have a little weird relationship with weed if you're mad with him about stopping. Like, calm down. I just want to say, hey, if you're saying like, hey, I can't wake up without smoking, or I can't go to sleep without smoking, or I can't eat without, or I can't do like a daily function without smoking, might hey, you might want to chill. Like, if we go into DSM, that's addiction, buddy.
where I was at. Like it was like probably like recently I haven't had that problem, but like 2 or 3 years ago it was like, damn, I'm about to eat. Like might as well smoke.
Yeah,
like like I know I need to eat, but like if I smoke first, I'm gonna want to eat more. So like might as well go smoke. Like,
yeah,
so whereas now it's like, or it's like, oh, wake up, wake and bake. Now it's like, all right, like I'm up, might as well do something. I'll smoke later. like,
yeah.
like I don't, like it's not like, all right, like I'm up. Where's the
I
weed?
gotta, yeah. I'm just like, for the people who were like real weird about it, y'all might want to like look in the mirror. Like,
Especially not like I'm not mad that like when I saw it, I was just like
oh, cool.
giving up smoke like altogether.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't like ah damn Snoop Dogg not smoking no more. I gotta change my life. First of all, the nigga is 50 something years old.
yeah,
So like he been smoking for a long time. Like
yeah.
and he got 30-year-old kids. Or like he got grown kids, his wife, like he got all of these businesses. Like he might want to be here for more than the next 15 to 20
Yeah.
years. So it could be a health thing. Like the nigga could have
Yeah.
something going on to where he just can't smoke, and the easiest thing for him to do to not have motherfuckers in his business is to just be like, yeah, I gave up smoking.
Right. Because I mean, if he's he's the person who has to announce it because he's made this stuff like the Smoke Lord. So if he's at an event and somebody's like, "Yo, Unk here," and he's just like, "Oh no, thank you," then it's gonna like seem weird. So like, I get why he announced it.
And then like he announced it like respect my privacy or some shit like that. Like which like in my head was like something else is going on.
Yeah, for sure.
He not just like yeah, like I'm done
I'm
smoking.
done.
Because going cold turkey when you used to smoke 20,
Yeah.
30 L's a day is probably not happening unless like
Something's wrong.
like he literally like T-Pain just put out that new video of their song that they did together, and it's like he's smoking in the video.
Yeah.
And T-Pain like put out the video like on Instagram like disclaimer, this video was recorded before Snoop Dogg said that. And so it's like something is probably going on a deeper extent because like the nigga just
Yeah.
stopped. Like it wasn't like, oh yeah, I've been working on this. Like he was just on live the other day smoking, and then like now
Yeah.
he's just done. So like people need to think about it from the aspect of him being a fucking person.
Exactly. Not just like this figure of smoke. Like, nah, he probably has some health issues, and his doctor's like, you gotta stop, bro. Like,
At least at the clip that you're going, like give yourself like 6 months to a year, and then see like how you feel. Like you might feel a lot better like
yeah.
inside.
Try chewing gum, my nigga. I don't know. I don't know. Like, try some like Pilates or some shit. I don't know, but like, I get that. Like, if you do something daily at the clip that he was doing it, you're gonna need to feel that with something else. And this just may be me speaking because I have an addictive personality. Like, you have to like replace that with something. You just got to, and it has to be something that your doctor approves. Because I mean, obviously, this is like, I'm sure this was a doctor decision. Like, bro, you gotta chill. So yeah, hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, like best wishes to him. Like if everything is fine and he just decided to stop, like that's what's up. Like
Yeah,
especially because like again, just like waking up one morning or whatever conversations that you were having with your family,
yeah.
like
Because I'm
I'm
sure, like,
sure I'm
my
sure
bad, go
those
ahead.
conversations weren't like easy. So like
For sure. And like he talked about stopping back in the '90s because he was saying that Uncle Charlie like came to a studio and was like, because you know he Uncle Charlie used to be addicted to coke, I think. And so Uncle Charlie's wife was like, look, he can't be around anything. Like he can't be around any drugs. He's like recently stopped, so like chill.
yeah.
So when he came, he didn't smoke in front of him or anything like that. And then Uncle Charlie was like, yo, you do this a lot and you should probably stop. So he said he stopped for like a month and he said he felt great, but he needed to go back to smoking. So like he stopped before. Um,
And like that's what I think people get like the like misconception is that like it's hard to stop. It's not really that hard. Most times it's just like people look at it as like especially like people who are functioning, like it's like man, I could still do everything that I need to do even though I'm high. Like I don't like being high not stopping me from getting done what I need to get done. It might hinder my like will to do it, but like I'm gonna do it, and like I like I might get high and be like, fuck, now I gotta go do this, but it's like you know, I'm not about to be like, all right, like just pass me another blunt, I'll forget about it. Like you get up, you go do what you gotta do, and then when you done, you probably smoke again because you just wore off your high. And that's how like that's how it turns into oh yeah, now I'm smoking 6-7 times a day because like you have to be like and that's why I be like that face is like what I be trying to tell my girl. Like she be like as two people, we might go through an eighth in like a day or two. And she be like, "Oh, we smoke too much." And I'm like, "Babe, there like are people like who by themselves would smoke this in one sitting." Like Future literally has rapped in songs like, "Oh, I put an eighth in the backwood." Like, how? How are you grinding up that much weed and just putting it in one blunt? That is not do. If I could make 5 blunts out of it, how would you smoking it all the
yeah.
time? Like, and if I could make that last me 2 days, how are you smoking it one time? Like,
Because I think he did a interview with Chief Keef. This was a while back, and Chief Keef was like he smokes 2/8, I think, in like a day. And I was just like, what? Like, again, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not a smoker. not a drinker. I'm a weenie. Um, and it's because I have an addictive personality. I'm like, I know if I were to try anything and I liked it, be like, give me more, nigga. So yeah, like I said, with those comments, I worry about the people who are like, fuck this nigga. Like, what do you mean he don't want to smoke dope? Like,
Right, like weed ain't never hurt nobody. Like nah, weed ain't never hurt nobody. But tobacco and all of that other shit, then you got watch like niggas getting their shit laced and watching them die and all that other shit. Like, it's real life things that like people have to worry about. It's not just about like, oh, I ain't smoking just because he didn't tell you everything that's going on about why he not smoking. Don't mean he
yeah.
don't got some other shit going on.
Which he don't owe anybody that. Like, he don't owe you to.
Besides his family, who he
Yeah,
clearly
facts.
had that conversation with. Like,
Yeah.
all right, like, so like,
I want to live, so.
exactly. Because again, like, just the way he announced it, it wasn't like, oh yeah, y'all, I'm gonna stop smoking weed. Like,
Yeah.
it was like a whole like press run, like,
With him like this.
like, uh, the
Cool.
shit looked like an obituary for smoking.
It did.
Like,
But yeah, prayers to all those involved. Hopefully he's okay. To wrap it up, I figure we could talk about T.I. This is like dope as fuck. So I'll share this for the watchers. And then for the listeners, of course, I'll let you know what it says. But basically, T.I. has officially opened up an affordable housing development in Atlanta. The development includes 143 apartments and 25 special units for homeless youth. You and I have both been on the side of T.I. is in our top 10, or at least, is he still in your top 10?
definitely of this generation.
Yeah, for sure. And I always say that I don't think he gets enough credit as like a Southern rapper. He's always been one of my favorites since probably that second album.
King? Was it
No,
King?
no,
King
no,
is his
no.
third.
King's the third. What the fuck is it? I can't think of the name of it right now. But we rarely talk about like the shit that he does on the side too, of like for Black and brown people, especially in Atlanta. And so for this to be announced with like all of the shit that's going on in America in general, and the fact that like I've been a big proponent of affordable housing for Black and brown people in urban communities, because like gentrification is affecting everybody. Like, it's everywhere. For him to say, I'm going to do something to counteract that rather than just like be a talking head on the matter, it has to be applauded. Like,
Yeah.
you have to like. I don't care if you hate T.I. for whatever reason, like whatever
And like
you.
the only skepticism I have is, like how affordable is it?
True.
Like because like at the end of the day, niggas still want to make their money. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's my only skepticism. But like other than that, like I think this is like amazing, especially with like you said, like everything that's going on, and then you got like the whole like DJ Envy thing going on. It was just like
Yeah.
this is a nice break from that story. Like
Yeah.
it's something that like shows that niggas can actually do something right. Like
Yeah. And typically, like, when people say affordable housing, or at least it's supposed to be income based. So, like, they do a percentage based on whatever income you have. So, if you're making like $100, they'll take, if it's under $100, then they'll take like 5% of it. So, or I think 10. So, if you make $100 a month, then they'll take $10 out of that for your rent. But like, And then overall, it says 30% of your income overall. But for affordable housing, they do 15%, I think. So it should be income based. And then with this, the 25 special units for homeless youth, again, like there's so much shit happening. Like, and there's been so many reports of Black and brown youth just like being falling to the wayside, like they run away from home or whatever. Yeah. And they're now on the streets trying to figure shit out on their own. And so, yeah, I mean, 25 is not that many, but like,
yeah,
it's something.
Because it's probably 25, like, not necessarily rooms, but like places for them to like wash up, sleep, like stuff like that. But it's probably like 3 or 4 bunk beds in each one or something like that. Because like I don't know about Atlanta or like DC, but like kids being homeless is like crazy up here. Like it's like niggas just be like, all right, like, and it's like not even necessarily kids because they be like 18, 19, like they be old enough, but it's just like even at that age to feel like, oh, I gotta be like out on the street, like I can't live with my mom, my dad, my grandma, like nothing. It's kind of just like they need something to like, because like they get the stigma of like, nigga, this is a choice. Like you still got your whole life in front of you and you choosing to live out on the street. It's like, no, nigga, I'm not. Like, yes, I'm choosing, but like clearly there's a reason why I don't want to be at like somebody's house like at that age.
Yeah.
So like you kind of gotta like definitely big up that part for that reason. Like it just gives them somewhere to feel safe. Like
like I said, if you hate T.I. for some reason, I get it. I'm not in your shoes. I wouldn't know why, and you probably have a valid reason.
On that apology tour after he bought all them guns.
I get why he had to do that.
Like, no, like, nigga, we loved you for buying all them guns.
Urban Legend was the second album. God damn, that was gonna bother me for sure. But yeah, you kind of have to applaud this. I hope there's more of this. Like I know Queen Latifah opened something in Jersey like this like a few years back. It was her and Shaq, I think. And there are a lot of celebrities with a lot of money, and I just hope that like, I mean, again, I can't tell people what to do with their money, but like, I just hope that there's more of this.
J.R. Smith said it a while ago on, I forget what podcast he was on.
I know what you're talking about.
He was talking about how like they go to UCLA and play ball in their gym and this and that, and it's like, nigga, we all got millions of dollars. Like if if you put up 250, I put up 250, he put up 250, he put up 250, and we go to the bank, who gonna turn us down to make our own gym so we could like provide for the youth in our communities and shit like that?
Yeah.
Like, niggas are so concerned about like having money and having more money than the next person that it's like you never take the time to look back and see that like if you put money into people, like into your community, and they see the money, like all that's gonna make them do is believe that they could go get the money themselves. Like instead of like, oh damn, like I'm out here struggling, this nigga got millions of dollars, well I know how to go get that, I'm gonna go kill that nigga. Like no, dummy, you're not gonna get anything from that. Like you might get a couple of chains, but they gonna be behind bars. Like
because like and I get from like the athlete's perspective of you're dealing with first generation millionaires, and so in their heads it's like, bro, I gotta like, one, I gotta keep as much of this as possible. But then two, there's also the other side of like, I gotta flaunt this shit. So like, I gotta get the watch, I gotta get the chain, I gotta get the whip, like I gotta get the big ass house. And there's not a lot of like thinking about the next generation and like the fact that a game check of yours could change somebody's life. Like, there's not a lot of like thinking like that
about like when Draymond got suspended for choking up Rudy Golbert, which we probably should have talked about. How the fuck, like, and what was going through his head? Like, I don't even understand. Like when Rudy Golbert did this,
that nigga was Jody. Like, mother.
What? Nigga, first of all, you are 7'4", nigga. Just stand up.
Like, you're bigger than him. Just like help yourself. Like, at the very least, just like jump back. Like, oh man.
Like, what was Carl Anthony Towns doing? That was the worst trying to get somebody off of your team. Like, the nigga had the nerve to make like a mean face, like he was actually trying.
Yo, stop. Don't do this.
Full Nelson chokehold.
And you just patting the nigga on the back. Like, stop.
Like nigga, I ain't never let him go. Okay. I was watching that shit like, yo, I would have stole this shit out of the Draymond. He made a headlock like, yo, fuck up.
I watch a lot of like basketball skirmishes, and I'm just like, just swing. Like, y'all are like this. Like, you're waiting to be broken up. Swing.
That 10-game suspension too. Like, hey, yo, Brett, he had my man. And he had my man in Jake the Snake. I ain't know how the fuck to get him out of that. I was so on him.
Oh man, that shit was so funny. Help! Help!
Nobody wanted to help you. Your team.
I feel like that was personal though. I feel like Draymond was like, "You gave everybody COVID."
He like ran, like he did everything he could to make sure that was like. And then like I was watching people talk about like, oh, he didn't really have him in the chokehold. What the fuck are you? Like I think Keyshawn Johnson was like, oh, like a real chokehold is like his bicep. I was like, nigga, that's how he had
So what you call it then?
Like he had his hand.
So what was that then? What, like, if that's not a chokehold, the fuck is that then? Like, a hug?
Like, drag that nigga back to the locker
room. You want to drag that nigga to the darkness, nigga. Like, you coming with me? Oh shit. That was just so dumb.
And it was unnecessary. One, because it was Rudy Gobert. And then two, because like whatever was going on between Klay Thompson and the Bull, Klay started that shit. Like you watch it like from the very beginning. Yeah. Klay had Bull jersey like
for no reason.
Like in a
just
grip.
Let him go.
Bull was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? So he grabbed Klay and like swung him around.
Yeah.
Like none of that shit had to end up with Rudy Gobert begging for his life.
All in like the first couple minutes of the game. It was like, what is going on? Is there any? Do you feel like there's anything to his theory of like when Steph is out, that nigga just want to be out? So like he just did anything to get out the game. Like,
score was 0-0. None of them niggas wanted to play that. Clay was like, all right, like Steph not playing. We just got beat by these niggas by 20 the other night with Steph playing. I don't got it tonight. Let me start a fight.
Give me your jersey.
Draymond was probably like, yo, if that's what you're going to do, I'll just hit the first nigga to run over. The first nigga that run over there, I'm putting that nigga in. It just happened to be Rudy Golbert, big
of all people, like the biggest nigga on the court. Like, could you imagine Shaq being choked out, like, and not doing nothing, just being like, "Yep." Take us back to 90s and 2000s basketball, please.
Not even that, like, he was looking for help. Nigga, like, you could have just been like, all right, so, like, somebody do this nigga. Like, try to, like, fight the nigga off of you.
Like something. Now, he choking me.
Anybody see this?
Mommy, he choking me.
Like uncle, nigga. How the fuck you say uncle, bitch?
I don't even know what that was. Like, I saw it and was just like, the fuck is this? All right, y'all. You got a closing song?
Play the Rock's theme song.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
So, like, this might seem like I'm kind of just like dog piling with the opening song, but my end song is going to be from Alone at Prime Deluxe. I'm sorry. This shit fire. Niggas don't miss. Yeah, nah. Tory Lanez don't miss. Probably why he in jail right now. But
this has been another episode of Dreaming Across the Podcast. I've been Quan.
I'm Snoop. Peace.